It's the Field Level Football Podcast of the West Coast. I'm Pat. That's Quan. That's
yes, sir.
Hey, yo, we here for another one. How my guys doing today, man?
Oh, we good, man. We good. We can't complain. We alive. We breathing. We healthy.
Right, like a doc. Go
ahead. And we beautiful out here. Must I say, this lovely black skin we got. You feel me?
Melanated. CT, what's going on with you, brother? CT, can't hear you, bro. Take your thing off mute. You on mute on the thing. It's all there. You go.
I don't know why I keep doing that. I'm solid, man. I'm all good. Ready to get this rocking tonight. Y'all straight?
I can't complain. I'm happy. Ed, stick around. I see you said you can't wait.
What's up, Ed?
What's up, man, boy?
When I tell y'all, I got ice in my mouth. I've been waiting for this episode, yo. Like, I know that there are so many things that a lot of people are going to say that I'm ready for, that I'm prepared for.
Oh, you prepared?
Okay.
That I'm excited about. Dare I say, can I say the word excited? I'm excited about it.
Oh, well, let's go then.
Let's get it in, man. Let's get it in. Matter of fact, hey, while we get this going, I'm looking because I couldn't see the screen. My bad. While we get this going, everybody, go ahead, share the broadcast, share the live, tune in and share the live. Let everybody know, man, we on. Get it going. Share it on Facebook. If you are on YouTube, go ahead on, copy that link, send it out, put it in the group text. Tell everybody what time it is. Y'all know what time it is. Let it be known that the field level is on. Let it be known that the field level is on. I'm going to twist this a little bit because my background. There we go. Wait, let me see. I want a little bit of that. There it is. Yeah, so let it be known the field level is on, man. I'm excited about tonight's episode because at the end of the day, Quan, CT, y'all know what time it is. It's playoff time.
Oh, yeah.
The playoffs is here, man. The playoffs is upon us. Playoffs is here. Playoffs is upon us. I'm over here just getting. I like the energy too, Greg.
What up,
Let's
Greg?
go crazy. Let's go crazy. The energy is infectious tonight. You hear what I'm saying? Edward, me too. You ready? I'm ready. Let's go. Before we get into the playoff projections tonight, though, I thought it would be cool if we did end of the season projections, guys. Like, let's look at the season, see how the season went, see how the season has gone, and see who's your MVP, who's your defensive player of the year, who's your rookie of the year, who's your offensive player of the year, coach, comeback player, whatever the case may be. I want to kind of get an idea of where you guys' head is. Go ahead.
Hey, on that list too, can we also throw in biggest disappointment?
We could throw in biggest disappointment.
If we gotta throw that in there, because I got one for you.
Hey, yeah. Greg. Hey, I'm not light skinned, but what I am is a caramel mocha latte swirl. You hear what I'm talking about? It's a caramel mocha latte swirl. If you go to Starbucks, go ahead, ask for the caramel mocha latte swirl. It's gonna look like me. You hear what I'm talking about? Matter of fact,
don't order that. Don't order that.
Should I keep the glasses on or take the glass? I don't know.
Come on, man. Let's go. Though? Keep them on.
I'm keeping them on. All right, here we go. Anyway, as we go through this list tonight, y'all, I want the fellas that are on, the ladies that are on, put your projection in there. Put your prediction. It's all good. So I'm gonna start off. I want to start off with MVP. Why not go from? Why not just get it popping? Should we not? Or you want to go from the bottom up?
Nah, go for the gusto. Go for the gusto.
Go for it.
Ed, I got them on. Don't trip. Got my Vans on, but they look like sneakers. MVP. My MVP of the National Football League for the 2020-2021 NFL season. He's a bad man. Aaron Rodgers.
Okay.
Aaron Rodgers is my league MVP this year. Some will say why. Why is Aaron Rodgers your MVP? You know what I mean? People talk about Pat Mahomes. People are talking about Tom Brady. A lot of different people. I have to go Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers leads the league in touchdown passes. He's thrown 48 touchdowns in the regular season. Out of the starting quarterbacks, all starting quarterbacks, not only did he throw 48 touchdowns, he only threw 5 interceptions. That is the lowest interception number out of all starting quarterbacks in the NFL. So you have the highest touchdown number as well as the lowest interception number. And not to mention that they're winning a lot of games. They're number one in the NFC. They're clicking. They're finally looking really, really good. He's healthy. He's starting to really kind of buy in to the system up there. And Devontae Adams, and he has the weapons around him now. So I'm going to go Aaron Rodgers for MVP. Quan.
I'll be quick because mine is also Aaron Rodgers. I'm just going to add on. He is the only quarterback other than Peyton Manning, the only other quarterback other than Peyton Manning to have multiple seasons with 45 touchdowns plus. That is a big deal because he can make every throw on the field. And now we can finally get rid of the narrative of, oh, well, they're not drafting anybody for him. They're not giving him any help. Man, when you are that dude, you can make average or good players even better. Not saying Adams is average, but a lot of the other receivers were lower draft picks or undrafted. And I don't like that narrative of they're not giving them talent. If you're in the NFL, you got talent. A-Rod is just that dog. That's it.
No, that's real. That's real. CT, we're going to go over to you. Quan, turn your camera landscape on me. See what happens.
All right. For MVP,
No,
I got to go with the bad man. Aaron Rodgers. They drafted a quarterback in the first round, man. I know we said that. Everybody knows that. But what a guy to come out and compete and say, it don't even matter, dude. I still got this, and I'm taking us to the off. Literally put the team on his back with Devontae this year. Seems like they responded to that. Didn't even hear about the quarterback all year. And Pat, you talked about that, a couple episodes back. Like, you don't even hear about Jordan Love. You know what I'm saying? It's because Aaron is so special, man. And they know that, he's going to go out on his terms. He's not going to allow them to make that decision for them.
Right.
And, I got to show them respect for that. So I'm hoping they do well this season to finish it out, in the playoffs. But Aaron Rodgers is definitely an MVP.
Aaron Rodgers MVP. My man Greg hopped on. Greg said you got to go with A-Rod. Ed said you got to go with Ed. Come on. Edward Bennett said you got to go with Ed. A-Rod is a natural kind of leader in this one. I think he's, dare I say, as we move on, but I just want to say this because dare I say it. Dare I say Aaron Rodgers might be slightly underrated?
Yeah.
All time or what?
He's not underrated.
I just feel like it. It's just like you always hear about how great Tom Brady is. You hear about Drew Brees a lot. You heard about Peyton Manning a lot. You don't hear as much as I feel like you probably should of a guy like A-Rod.
Might I say, in my opinion, I don't think he's underrated, but the reason why you might not hear about him, he's not a company guy. He's not always politically correct. He doesn't always, say everything the media, wants you to say to be copacetic. He was the same guy who went on a podcast and said, people talked about, my down years, but, some of my down years are career years for others. He's that guy.
That's real.
You know what I'm saying?
So essentially he gets the Barry Bonds treatment.
Basically, well, Barry Bonds cheated too, so we ain't going here.
Yeah. All right, let's keep the train moving, man. Keep the wheels on the bus going round and round. Let's kick it on. Let's go defensive player of the year. CT, let's go reverse. Let's what's that? Serpentine. Let's hit that serpentine. So you started off with defensive player of the year.
I like that word. I'm about to steal that. I'm going with TJ Watt, man. Defensive end for Pittsburgh Steelers. 15 sacks this season. Obviously, the team was very successful. It wasn't just Big Ben and what they were able to do offensively. It was defensive, with their prowess and just what they put together on tape. I felt like TJ stood out a lot and really solidified himself as a superior Watt at this point in the NFL. And I think that he deserves the defensive nod for player of the year.
I got something to say about that later. Go ahead.
Bet.
He said bet. I'm gonna go with Xavier Howard.
That's why you my brother.
Oh, you got the same one? Okay,
I got the same.
Okay, I'm gonna go with him, man. I mean, real quick, I'll just rally off the numbers. He's fit. For, the thing that I like the most, I know the picks is what corner's supposed to do. I like that he can tackle. 51 tackles, 20 passes deflected, led the NFL in that category. 10 picks. 10 picks.
Yeah.
And he barely gets the ball thrown to him. He only allows 51 completion percentage allowed on him, which means if you throw his way, it's 50-50. What more could you ask for? Like, if you say in that kind of a style, I'm not going to say he Dion, but that's the stuff they used to say to Dion, like, hey, man, throw over there if you want to. Mm-hmm. That's pretty much the company that Xavier Howard is in right now. Not to mention he's just coming off of a season-ending year-long injury he had in 2019, Pat, I'm gonna kick it over to you. But before that injury, right? The last time we seen him healthy in 2018, 2019 was injured. 2018, he had 7 picks. So when his last 2 years, he's had 17 picks. Find me a corner who could put that on tape the last 2 seasons. You can't.
That's very true. Very true. And great stature, great body size as an outside corner, plays really, really physical. Like you said, 51 tackles, love that. 10 interceptions. The first time it's been done since 2004 when Antonio Cromartie did it. So that's that's what 7 years, since the last time we had somebody go for 10 picks in the season. And like Ed just said, and he did it on the number 1 scoring defense in the league. Right. So, he was the catalyst on that defense. When you talked about the Miami Dolphins defense, you talked about, Xavier Howard. The only reason, and I don't even want to really debate it, like I don't want to go back and forth and argue what you're saying, because I agree TJ Watt is playing lights out. The only reason why I wouldn't go with a guy like TJ Watt, because if you take the 15 sacks that he put up this year, which is a great number, but if you go in retrospect, in 2019, he would have been 4th on the sack leader list. 2018, he would have been 4th on the sack leader list. Like I'm saying, so it's kind of like I take the full kind of like, is 15 sacks good or is that not? It's good, but is in the grand scheme of things, is that something where I'm looking like over the past year, if that effectiveness has been comparable to the top guy in the sack leader category? So that's the only reason why I did.
So let me ask you this. And I'm not trying to go back and forth and argue or anything like that.
I'm going back and forth.
You said Xavier Howard missed last season, right?
He did. Well, he missed most of it.
So we're looking at cascading stats from year to year. He wasn't available to play, and TJ was.
Correct.
It's the 2020
season.
Okay,
but you mentioned the two.
Okay, hold on, CT. Answer this question if you can, because okay. How many sacks was TJ Watt producing once Bud Dupree went down?
Ooh, it's a great question.
Because I don't know the answer, so I could be wrong on this, but something can be said where, okay, well, it's easier to get sacks when your guy on the other side can either take double teams or take pressure off you, or you can't double team anybody because you got I forget dude name in the front. Is it Cam Hayward in as the tackle?
Yeah,
it's hard to pick. The double teams switch all the time. Well, you take Bud Dupree out, now TJ getting all the attention. That's why somebody like Khalil Mack is not even thought of anymore. He got 9.5 sacks, but no one talks about it because we know he getting triple and double teamed all the time.
Right.
So that's a question to be said. You know what I'm saying?
So I'm gonna look right now. It looks like Bud Dupree got hurt in week 12.
Okay.
So,
While you look that up too, I want to also Mees. I know you watching. Xavier Howard also does follow. I love that.
He does follow.
He does.
That was it. That was right there. That was the argument. That's it.
Seven sacks after Bud Dupree was hurt for the season.
So he did better. Wow. Okay. Well, I guess we can let Bud Dupree hit free agency.
Right. All right. Let's keep like I say. Train got to keep on going.
Let's go.
Offensive player of the year. I'll kick it off. Like I say, separate time. Offensive player of the year. I'm going with Derrick Henry. Derrick Henry over 2,000 yards rushing. Number 1 in the league as a running back with 17 touchdowns. I mean, the production is there year after year. At this point, he is, kind of trying to solidify himself as the best running back in football, dare I say. So at the end of the day, I got to go offensive player of the year, Derrick Henry, 2K and 17 touchdowns.
Isn't the last running back to go 2K also a Titan? I know Peterson. No. Peterson did it after.
Chris Johnson.
But they're the only team with 2 backs that went
That's
over
right.
2K.
Chris Johnson.
That's right, man. You know what? I can't be mad at that. I was expecting that to come from CT because he's our resident running back. But
I play running back too.
Mad at that. You did. That's facts. I'm gonna go with Stephon Diggs, man. I had to really look at it and maybe change my order and my top receivers after this. Diggs, man. And this is me projecting. I really think if there would have been a normal offseason with no COVID, a normal offseason, time to build that chemistry with Josh Allen, I really think he probably would have either got to or broke Michael Thomas's single season record he set last year of most catches in a season. And the big thing is Michael Thomas is setting that record doing, 5-yard hitch routes and 3-yard slants. Diggs catching it everywhere. Deep, short, intermediate. It's amazing what that kid can do. And we all knew he could do it. He was sharing the field with Thielen. Now he all by himself. Man, it's a great thing to see. But 127 catches, over 1,500 yards, led the NFL in both stats. He got my vote.
Gotcha. Okay. I'm definitely agreeing with Pat on this one. Honestly, this was a toss-up for me as far as MVP. Derrick Henry, man. I almost chose him as my MVP, probably because I'm a running back guy. But I got to acknowledge the fact that not everybody lives in 2K, man. And appreciate Uncle Ken for hopping on and letting us know 5 games this season with 200 yards. Like, that don't happen very often, man. Derrick Henry's line of work, we always were like, hey, November, December is his time. I'm going to be honest, from out the gates, it was his time to the finish of the season. Honestly, I think they overused him. I know they were trying to get him that, 2,000 yards, but I feel like they overused him last week. But, he's just special, man. He is the upper echelon of running backs right now. He's pulling away from cats that don't even look fast, but he's smooth. Like, he just can't beat
I hate the way he runs. It irritates me.
So I gotta show
him
at least the offensive player of the year, if not the MVP.
No doubt about it, man. I see Ed on here said, if not Diggs, then it got to be Adams. I mean, I don't think that you guys, and this is just my personal opinion, with the way the NFL is going and the evolution of the NFL into being a passing league, how hard is it to go for 2,000 yards in the season? Like, to have 5 games over 200, like that's like the level of difficulty and how impressive that is absolutely, like 5 games over 200. Like, that's hard to do in college. That's like, it's hard to do. Like, that's not an easy feat. You're in the NFL and you got 5 games over 200 yards rushing.
Hey, you know what's crazy too, Pat, about that? With the way the NFL is going, you got a 2,000-yard running back, and your receivers aren't complaining about production because Corey Davis and A.J. Brown both got over
still
60.
Doing their thing.
They both got over 60 catches. That's spreading the love. Whatever that offensive corner it is needs a raise. You know what I'm saying?
Let's go. CT, it's on you. Coach of the year.
It's gonna be interesting.
Coach of the year. I have 2 in my heart.
I do too. I got 2, but I'm gonna try to say one.
I got one.
I'm gonna give Kevin Stefanski from the Cleveland Browns Coach of the Year. I mean, to overcome a playoff drought and to have COVID at this time and probably not be able to even coach the wild card game, that's frustrating, and it's very Cleveland-like based on the curses that they have been cursed with. But I'm gonna have to give him credit. You don't have Odell Beckham, which is probably your best offensive weapon. And you were able to make the fight, rely on your run game with Chubb and Hunt most of the year. You still have Jarvis Landry, who's an explosive receiver. You made something out of what's that other receiver's name, Pat?
Higgins.
Is it Higgins?
Yeah,
is it Higgins?
Mm-hmm.
You made something out of him. He was somebody who wasn't producing, that well, but they've been able to use him. They have 2 solid tight ends. The offensive line is playing well together. The defense is playing well together. Olivier Vernon is out with a torn triceps or something like that. Achilles. That's what it was. I got to give him his credit for that. And obviously, in my heart, Kyle Shanahan for everything the 49ers went through this year. But Kevin Stefanski, Coach of the Year.
Appreciate you for saying that. Go ahead, Q.
I'm glad I wrote down 2 because you took Kevin off my board. So I'm going to say my second one. I'm inviting all smoke that I might get from this name just because their record sucked getting in the playoffs, but I'm going to go with Ron Rivera. I'm inviting all the smoke. I'm inviting all the smoke, but hear me out. Let me just say my piece. We all know what he went through before the season started with his health issues. Yeah. We all know that.
All right, come back, Coach of the Year.
And no, there is no category for that. So there's no category for that. He struck when the iron was hot as far as the NFL opening up another playoff spot because that's how they were able to sneak in. But we know what he dealt with the health. His quarterback had the biggest health issue. We all know that. And then the fact that he took a running back who wasn't even a running back in college, got production out of him. You have issues with your quarterback. You have pretty much your first round's a bust. Alex Smith didn't even know if he was going to play. And then I bet you none of y'all can say if they didn't play this weekend, y'all wouldn't even talk about the quarterback who might play. The defense is patchwork other than the D line.
Nice. 4 kind of nice though. He was nice in the XFL.
Who's nice?
4, number 4.
Who's that?
The backup behind Alex Smith.
Heineke?
He was kind of nice in XFL.
Heineke.
Yeah, okay.
He was nice in XFL. He was low key nice in XFL.
Yeah. All right. So when you factor, not to mention he got a quarterback playing, a quarterback from Virginia Tech playing tight end. So when you factor all of those things in and able to still find a way to make the offs, even though albeit at 7 and 9, you got to show some kind of love to him because he shouldn't even have been coaching at all this year. So that's what I'm gonna give my second one to.
Why am I getting hate? Right, Miles. Well, first of all, Miles, you said Mike Tomlin for the culture, so we don't want to talk about that. I'm going pretty easy here, honestly. I really like as far as what he did as far as getting guys up to speed with no off season. I think it was very impressive. I'm going Sean McDermott. I like what the Buffalo Bills are doing. I really do. I think that they're a really, really talented team. They had some losses early. You know what I mean? Josh Norman was supposed to be that guy to come in and plug in opposite of Trey White. Then you have a situation where you get like Ed said earlier, you get Stephon Diggs, who doesn't have a full offseason, but you still bring him up to speed. You lose John Brown, but you're still putting up the production. Cole Beasley isn't quite panning out what he was going to be, like how he's been in the years past, but you're still getting that production. And then you got Gabe Davis and all these kind of guys that you got working. And I just think that 13-3 is an awesome record. Yeah. They're one of the favorites in the playoffs. I agree. That was my other one. It was Brian Flores, but I'm gonna stay with Deshaun McDermott. But obvious answer is
hey, it can't be Brian Flores when you bench the quarterback who would have got you to the offs.
Yeah, but what Miles says, am I tripping? Or the obvious answer is Sean Payton.
Miles, no, Sean Payton got to get to the bowl, bro. He's very brilliant, but he got to get to the bowl, bro.
That's the obvious answer in your heart.
Truth. So that's that. It's my turn.
Let's get to these rookies, though. Rookie
of the year. Sunshine. You feel me? I gotta go. Justin Herbert, baby. I gotta go with my boy Justin Herbert, man. Came in and played really, really well all year, man. If you look at his numbers, really this might be some of the best passing numbers that we've seen from a true rookie in a very long time, bro. Like I gotta give it to Justin Herbert. I struggled with it. I'm not gonna lie to you. Definitely had a struggle with some other guys, but I'm gonna go Justin Herbert.
CT, you can take this one. I'll go last.
Yeah, pass me the mic. I'm definitely going Justin Herbert Sunshine, man. To come in, under those circumstances, literally find out right before kickoff that you're going to be playing. You weren't expected to. Didn't take reps probably all week because Tyrod was expected to play. But to step in and play well in that initial game and just to take the offense by storm and really show that this is a franchise and he's ready right now. Kudos to him for staying that extra season. He could have been that first overall pick the year before, potentially. He decided to stay one more season in Oregon, comes out and showed that he was prepared and ready, took all the risk in the world, and it paid off for him. So I got to give him credit for that. Not his fault that they moved on from the coach. That it is what it is. I understand it. But he is the future of this team, and I think the next coach will be very lucky to have a quarterback so young and so promising.
I'm going Justin Jefferson.
All right.
Over 1,400 yards, sets the NFL rookie record for receptions, breaking Anquan Bolden's rookie record. To me, I think he had the most pressure.
Did you see his cleats?
I did.
The cleats was fire.
Very nice. Very nice.
Now talk about the pressure thing.
I think he had more pressure than Justin Herbert for a few reasons. One, Justin Herbert was going to be replacing Tyrod Taylor, who everybody knew was the bridge quarterback going into Herbert. That's for one. We knew Herbert was not going to start the season off. That's number two. And then once he got hurt, no one knew Herbert was going to be what he turned out to be based off his college film. If you find anybody who says based off of your college tape, you're going to be what we just saw you do this year, you'd be lying.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it was like a very low ceiling that he ended up surpassing, and now we're all enamored with it. But Justin Jefferson was highly productive at LSU. You know, depending on who you asked, he was the number one receiver at LSU when he was there between him and Chase, right? He was a top 5 receiver picked. And look at who he had to replace. He was replacing Diggs, who was putting up consecutive 1,000-yard seasons over there, who was putting up Pro Bowl seasons over there. He came in and had to start from day one because the guy, once they got rid of Diggs, they also got rid of Tajay Sharp, who was the starter. He had to start and produce, and he did. So I think he had more pressure.
No more. It's the quarterback. It's the quarterback position, Quan. There's no more. There's no more pressure. There's no more pressure in the NFL than playing starting quarterback in the NFL. He doesn't. You don't have pressure when you don't like. What kind of pressure do you have to have when you're not running against double teams? Like you have Adam Thielen opposite you, so you're not going against double teams. You're not going against double teams.
And Dalvin Cook.
And Dalvin Cook in the running back position. So it's not a lot of pressure. That's not pressure. That's opportunity, brother. That's not pressure. Right. That is opportunity. Dalvin Cook.
If anything, Justin Herbert had opportunity. He wasn't even supposed to play the game he started when he first took over. Tyrod Taylor's more pressure.
No, I'm talking about literal opportunity to do whatever the heck you want to do because you're not worried about seeing a double team. You run a play action with a Dalvin Cook. The safety's eyes are in the backfield. The corner is peeking. Because you have Dalvin Cook at running back. You have Adam Thielen opposite you. That's not sooner. When you have a guy like Justin Herbert who put up almost 300 yards per game, was 6th in the NFL in passing yards, 31 touchdowns to 10 interceptions as a rookie.
The sooner I'm not saying you're wrong, man, but the sooner we can stop giving quarterbacks all of the praise in every single thing. Look, if that's the case, for all of these categories we going through, we can pick a quarterback. For every single one. Matter of fact, let's just do that the rest of the show. For all the rest of the categories, let's just pick a quarterback.
That's the case. That's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying.
What you're saying.
You talked about pressure.
Yes.
That's innately different. When you're talking
starting
about the word pressure
from day one is pressure. What do you mean?
Hey, so question. If we're picking quarterback,
that's not pressure.
If all categories are quarterbacks and we're talking about defensive player of the year, if this was last year when you picked Jameis Winston because he threw 30 picks.
Absolutely be Jameis Winston.
Wow. Okay.
All right, let me be specific. Every offensive category that's not labeled defense, let's just pick a quarterback because I'm sure we can find one. Go ahead.
Quan, defensive rookie of the year on you.
This is the only one I'm not going to say a quarterback. This is the only one. It got to be Kenneth Murray, and I'm going to tip my invisible hat and say that I was right by saying he was going to be the best rookie linebacker out of the class. 106 tackles as a rookie. Started from day one. He actually set the Chargers rookie record for most tackles in a rookie season by Derwin James, who we all know he's probably top 5 safety when he's healthy. I'm gonna say Kenneth Murray, and that's all I gotta say about that. Defensive rookie of the year.
Go ahead, CT. I don't even want to talk to this guy.
It's got to be Chase Young. It's got to be Chase Young. Game breaker, difference maker in a lot of the games he played. Single-handedly beat the 49ers. I'm not saying that was hard, but he did it himself. And has shown that he can be a defensive stalwart for a team. So
we all can't pick the same guys. He's written down on my note. We all can't pick the same ones except A-Rod.
Okay. So you going Kenneth Murray, right? That's what you went. You went Kenneth Murry.
Yes,
all right. So since CT went, Chase Young, 44 tackles, 10 tackles for a loss, 7.5 sacks, 12 QB hits, 4 pass deflections, 4 fumbles forced, 3 fumble recoveries, and 1 touchdown. Kind of want to, that's it's kind of sick with it. But if I don't go with Chase Young, I will go Jeremy Chin. Jeremy Chin, the safety from the Carolina Panthers.
I told y'all about him.
100 safety. Quan, you talking about DBs that can tackle, right?
Yeah, I love that.
Safety from the Carolina Panthers, 117 tackles.
Yeah, we like that.
2 tackles for a loss, a sack, 5 QB hits, an interception, 5 PBUs, 2 forced fumbles, 2 fumble recoveries, and 2 touchdowns. So Jeremy Chin is a great talent to look out for.
Like that.
at the safety position. Jumping over the offensive rookie of the year. This was tough for me. I had two guys. It wasn't tough. I ended up giving it to Justin Jefferson. I didn't give him rookie of the year. I gave him offensive rookie of the year. But another guy that I really, really thought about giving it to was Jonathan Taylor, running back, Indianapolis Colts. Over 1,100 yards rushing, 11 rush touchdowns, averaged basically 78 yards a game, 300 yards receiving, and 1 receiving touchdown. So he had 1,100 yards, 1,100 yards, 11 tugs. Yeah, and that was splitting time too. Remember, you got Hines on there, you got a whole bunch of other guys. So that was splitting time to have 1,100. I had to give it to, but I gave it to Justin Jefferson, but Jonathan Taylor was my other one.
I like Jonathan Taylor. But I'm gonna go and put Tua here since we're picking quarterbacks. Tua's stats were
almost ended it. It was so close, like I almost ended the live. No cap.
Just saying though, but look, you see, I could put a quarterback anywhere. I could do it, man. He was, Anyway, I put Justin Herbert here. I put him here, but if I'm not gonna go with Justin Herbert, since he was already circulating in our conversation, I'm gonna put CeeDee Lamb here. CeeDee Lamb has 74 catches, 935 yards, 5 tubs. When you put him on a team with Amari Cooper, who had over 1,000 yards again, and Michael Gallup, who I think was in the high 900s, that's a lot of football.
Can I tell y'all my nickname for Amari Cooper? Small time. You know what?
I don't like the shade that he be getting when every single season he's been a pro, he's went over 1,000 yards.
I just call him small time because they don't do it in the big games. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Dallas is never in big games. What are you talking about?
neither were the Raiders.
Wow. Hey, it's okay. It's okay. We're gonna be out of the Raiders and the Niners, we're gonna be the first ones to win a bowl soon. For sure. I mean, y'all got there, but y'all didn't close the deal, so it don't matter. Anyway, CT, go ahead.
Yeah, because you talking to me.
You got to get to the playoffs to try and close the deal. But anyway.
Next year.
James Robinson's a good option. I had Jonathan Taylor. The influence he had on Indianapolis, and then the pressure. Let's talk about pressure. So Marlon Mack was supposed to be the starting running back, got hurt early in the year. Jonathan Taylor, who has, for lack of a better way to say it, godly numbers coming out of Wisconsin, comes to the league with a lot of tread on his tires and still plays well, still a factor, was a great find for me on fantasy. Just a special player that got into the ball. So definitely a fan of Jonathan Taylor.
Absolutely.
There it goes, man. Comeback player of the year. I'll set it off. Comeback player of the year for me, man, was Jason Verrett. To miss the couple years that he missed, to come back and be a top 5 statistical corner in the NFL, outside of quarterback for me, outside corner is the hardest position to play in football. For me, outside of quarterback, outside corner is the hardest position to play in football. You're going up against a guy who is running full speed at you and knows exactly what he wants to do, and you have to cover it. So I'm giving Jason Verrett the nod for comeback player of the year. Played a hell of a year this year. Like I said, statistically top 5 corner in the league. And I that's just it's my prerogative. That's what I want to do. That's what I'm doing. Jason Verrett, comeback player of the year.
Shout out to I just looked at the comments real quick. Shout out to Ed, for sticking up for me with the Justin Jefferson, because all these these fools on here tripping. It got to be Alex Smith, man. it got to be Alex Smith, bro.
They gave you his leg, bro.
All
right. Shout out to that, bro.
Yo, former quarterback, bro. Don't be
Come on, bro. I didn't like him when he was here. I'm not gonna be fake.
But don't act like you weren't excited when he ran that touchdown on the Saints. Sorry, Miles. Cover your ears.
It was exciting. I was a Niner fan. I was excited when the Lakers won a chip this year. I'm not a LeBron fan.
I think it has to be him, just based on the degree of difficulty.
Based off him playing football.
Hey man, he's 5-1 as a starter this year. What are you talking about?
I mean, if you want to use that, you just say Jason Verrett.
Hey, Rory, name the award after Smith and give it to Verrett.
And hold on, didn't Jason Verrett once he took over and was playing, didn't he get benched at one point again?
No, never.
He never left.
You sure?
No, he got sick one week and didn't play. That was the only thing.
Oh, okay. All right.
You're right. Come on high.
Hey.
That's comment of the night. Shout out to Roy.
CT, I will let you take over, man. But I really, he's 5-1 as a starter since he came back, to play. What do you mean, bro? Pat, it's the quarterback. Degree of difficulty. There's no other position that's more important. Come on, man.
A huge degree of difficulty, but I'm not going. If you want to crown him, then crown him.
So that's what I'm saying. So, you're not consistent. That's all I'm saying.
So they're 6-10, right?
Right.
Yep.
5 of them wins came from Alex.
No, 7-9.
5 of them wins came from Alex, baby.
Exactly. Thank you. I want to hear what
that's who you going with, CT?
Absolutely.
You going with Alex too?
I am.
Come on, bro. He played 6 games. What's his stat line? Hold on. Because
we ain't talking about that.
That's a part of it. That is a huge part of it. You feel me?
Okay, so let me ask you this.
What?
Different injury, but let's say
Rick came back from double ACL surgeries?
I mean,
I'm not denying that, bro.
I mean, so did Frank Gore. I mean,
than what Alex went through.
No, it's not more than what Alex went. My vote is for Tom. For
is that Alex Smith's middle name?
That's a joke.
He said my vote is for Tom. Tom Shepard? Like, what is we talking? Like,
it got to be Tom Brady, and that would be hilarious if you wanted to.
He's not talking about Tom Brady. I refuse to think. I absolutely, positively refuse to think that Ed, my good friend,
that
would be talking about. He threw for 1,500. He threw for 1,500 this year. 1,500.
Amen.
Alex Smith, 1,500, 6 touchdowns, 8 interceptions, a QBR of 34.7.
Hey, man. Got him to the offs.
34.7 QBR.
We're going to revisit this conversation, which I don't think is going to happen by any stretch of the means. But if they mess around and beat Tom Brady this weekend,
are they stacked offensively, though?
You say what?
Are they even stacked offensively?
Who?
Washington.
Yeah, solid running back. Terry McLaughlin
but they're not stacked, bro. He wasn't even playing all one game. He was hurt.
Terry McLaughlin ain't nothing to laugh at. Anyway, let's talk about. I want to jump over to a different subject. What's good, fam? Sorry I'm late.
Most disappointing player. Don't forget, most disappointing.
All y'all said Tom was washed up. I got a lot to say.
Is Chris in the chat?
I don't have time yet. If somebody get Chris in the chat, because I'm coming to it. I'm gonna wait till predictions. I'm gonna wait till predictions. Stick around, Ed. Just give me about 15 minutes. I'm gonna wait.
Chris here. Chris is
Chris here too. All right. So this is why I hate you, Tom Brady fans. You Tom Brady fans are delusional. You're absolutely delusional. Do you not know? And this is why Tom Brady will lose in the first round to the Washington football team. Ooh, Tom Brady and the Buccaneers, they already lost to the Giants already. Let's get that out the cut. Bang. 40 touchdowns. You are absolutely correct. But Tom Brady is also 1-5 against playoff teams this year. 1-5 against playoff teams. I can beat up my little brother all day, but if I can't beat up somebody that's right there standing toe-to-toe with me, it don't matter. You're 1-5 against playoff teams. Don't talk to me about Tom Brady and his greatness. Is he having a heck of a season? Yes, but he's 1-5 when it matters against teams that are equal, if not better. He's 1-5. 1-5.
He got the Bucs to the playoffs, but if Jameis threw 10 less picks, could they have went to the playoffs too?
For sure.
Easily. He's
I don't know how much of a difference he's been.
Talk that talk. Man. Miles, you don't want no smoke. Shut up.
I knew he was going to say
he beat the Packers 1-5. One team, the Packers. Yes, Chris, 1-5. He beat the Packers 1-5. 1-5. We can do whatever you want to do.
Hey man, you didn't open the floodgates real quick. But can I just and then look?
All right, go ahead.
Before we get to the predictions, can we just run off our most disappointing player real quick off the top of your head?
There it is. Go ahead.
CT, you go first. Who's your most disappointing player?
Man. Most disappointing player, I'd have to say Cam Newton, boss. Cam Newton.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think there's any way to come back from that. Like, this is what you fear, why they say, like, you got to get rid of a quarterback before it's too late. Like, I don't think there's a way for him to come back with all the disappointments. We talked about some of the statistics and the low yardage that he produced in certain games. I do understand that he was a rushing threat, but he's still not what's the word I'm looking for? That type of runner that can endure that for years and years upon, especially at this point in his career. So I think that he kind of proved that this ain't it for him no more. He's done. Cam Newton.
It got to be Cam Newton, bro. I've tried to have his back. I think we've all tried to have his back on this show.
Yeah.
It's a wrap. He should not be a starting quarterback next year for anybody, unless it's the Patriots again, and then they just gonna draft a quarterback, and Cam is gonna be the bridge. I mean, clearly Belichick ain't got a problem benching him. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's it. I had to say that.
I'm gonna go off of the level of greatness to the level of production this year. I got to go Ezekiel Elliott.
Oh, I like that.
Zeke was going crazy. He was in the talks of being the best running back in the league, and then bang, you know what I'm saying, just did not do well, you know what I'm saying, as it pertains to that. And I'm happy that, so, I always know I have a solid argument about something when Chris doesn't have a great rebuttal, right? So Chris's rebuttal was he'll be 2-5. Like that was Chris's rebuttal. So that's when I know that I did something well. So and as we transition, Chris Carson Wentz was a good one though too, Chris. Shout out to that.
No one thought he was good anyways.
I did. I mean, let's be honest. The year that they won the Super Bowl before he got hurt, he was balling.
Hey,
he was balling.
Straight up. Exactly what happened to Zeke Elliott this year. That's gonna happen to Derrick Henry if they keep giving him all these carries. You're gonna run him in the ground.
No, I think that Zeke was a product of being exposed when he's not running behind a Pro Bowl O-line.
Yeah, but the amount of hits Derrick Henry taking on that body, he don't get low at all. So I mean, it's gonna happen, bro. It happened to all the good running backs when you use them up too much. Very true, y'all. I was gonna talk this coaching carousel tonight, but I think I'm gonna gloss over it if y'all don't mind. Is what it is. And I think it's time. It's ready. I'm ready because we got the family on here. Field level family, get ready. It is time for Wildcard Weekend predictions. With that being said, y'all know the order. Y'all know how it go, man. We starting off like this. I'm gonna start it off. Quan gonna go. CT gonna wrap it up for us. At the end of the day, let's move and operate like this. I am going with this. Before we even go with them all, can I just say that this might be the greatest wild card weekend that I've seen in a long time? Rivalries, Ravens, Titans. Yeah. Browns, Steelers is for sure a rivalry. Rams, Seahawks, rivalry. So let's go. I'm gonna go with the Buffalo Bills, man. Bills Mafia. I think they have a great team. I know that there is a little talk right now though that Stephon Diggs has upper body issue, oblique injury. Did not practice today because of oblique injury. He said he's fine, but when you talking obliques, I got to go catch something. So I'm on Bills Mafia though in this one. I just think they're going to pull it out. It's going to be a tough game, really, really tough game. But I'll say Bills 27-24. I'm gonna go Bills too. They also expect to get John Brown back.
He played last week.
Oh, he played. Okay, so boom, so good.
Right.
I didn't even trip off that. So okay, so I think the Bills will win. I think Phillip. I feel bad for him, man. He left to go to the coast to get a ring, and he running into the wrong team. So I think the Bills are gonna get it done.
Oh yeah, apologize. Shout out to my mom saying who won this week. Shout out to my pops. My pops won the field level prediction week for week 17. So. Pops, roll over and tell moms to make you a shirt and give you a cut. You are the winner of the week 17 prediction. Next game up. Oh, let's go over. Wait, let me go over to this. Let's go over to the fans. Let's go over to the field level family.
Hold on, CT. Now CT didn't say it neither.
I thought CT said it. Go ahead, CT. I'm sorry. I apologize.
Oh, good. Bills Mafia. Real quick and easy. 24-10.
24-10.
Ooh, okay.
Depot will have 2 sacks though. That's my guy.
Rob got the Bills. Craig got the Bills. Roy, Bills, but Buckner's gonna get at least 2 sacks. You must have seen what Roy said. CT, you over here.
He heard
all original. Craig said Bills gonna struggle, but then he also said Bills gonna win. Interesting.
Bills need to run the ball.
Craig said Cam was in the wrong system. What system is that? I'm going backwards.
They tailored
Ed got Bills. Ed got Bills 30-24. That's a good score right there too, Ed. I like that score. Miles got the Bills. Chris got the Bills. Mom's got the Bills. All right, Rams Hawks. I'm gonna go. Because I really don't like the Seahawks. I just feel like there's something like going on there that's not like they not like that, but they do for me personally, and they got to see that. I don't know. Go ahead, Quan. Come back to me.
You know why you're having a hard time with this game? Because it's a game that's already been played twice, and I don't want to see it a third time. I really don't want to see this game. But if I had to pick, I'm going with the better quarterback, and we don't even know who's going to start for the Rams. If I was the Rams, I'd start Wofford.
Yeah.
I mean, have to. Jared's not healthy. He's not healthy. So he already don't throw a nice spiral with it, So you're going to put him out there with a bet with no thumb. Don't do it. But I think the Seahawks are going to take this game. I'm going with the better quarterback. I don't think DK will have a big game because Jalen going to be on him and following him. But Tyler Lockett is breaking records up there, and I think this is going to be a big game for him. So Seahawks going to get it done.
Go ahead, C.
Seattle. It's a classic case. If you don't have your starting quarterback, and at the end of the day, for the Rams to go far at this point, they're going to need Jared Goff, who's the most affluent in the offense for them to be successful. So I would have to say that Seattle will win this game 31-21.
Hey, Corn, I know you in the comments. Corn, can you tell me, is Cooper Kupp playing this week?
He is. He's back.
He is. All right. So this is who I'm going with. I am going to go with the Los Angeles Rams. Reason being, I'm going with the Rams because Goff isn't playing. Wolford provides a certain element that Goff can't do. Wolford can pull the ball down and run. And I think that that's something that, potentially the Seahawks might not be ready for completely. So with that being said, Cam Akers is starting to come into his own. He's running the ball well. The Rams, they've been struggling on defense lately, but I definitely think that they can kind of turn the corner here and potentially get it done and make something happen. So I'm going Rams. So what we got in the comments, Miles got the Seahawks. Chris got the Seahawks 31-17. Corn got the Rams by 7. Roy got Seahawks because of Goff. My pops got the Hawks. Ed got Hawks for 24-17. Mom's got the Rams. And Rob got the Hawks. Appreciate it. Bucks versus the Washington football team. Oh, Jordy got the Rams. Hi, Jordy. Nice to see you. Jordy got the Rams. Just throw Jordy down there for the Rams, and also throw Jordy down for the Bills because I feel it in my spirit, in my my upper chakra that she was gonna pick the Bills. Bucks Washington football team. I gave you my soliloquy earlier. I'm gonna just say,
here we go.
Let's just say football team.
Man, I really want the Bucks to lose because that's gonna make for some great TV during our week.
Yeah,
would.
But I just don't see it happening. I don't see how Washington can generate offense. You need at least 20-something points to beat the Bucks.
Yes.
And I don't see their offense getting 21. If you can guarantee me a special teams or a defense, maybe but I don't see Washington getting to 21 points. Therefore, Bucks are going to win. But yeah, I don't think Brady's going to be clean though. I think his jersey's going to be dirty for sure.
CC?
Wow. I was looking at the comments. My fault. I really want Washington to win. I just don't see it. I think that Tampa Bay's defense will play well, whether it be Alex or who's the other quarterback? I forgot his name.
His name is Hinkie.
Yeah, that's not going to be enough. Tom Brady will play decent, but I think he will get touched. Chase Young called him out, and I expect Chase Young to do something about it. So I got Tampa winning this game 31-7.
31-7. Ooh, that's a disrespectful.
Yeah. These comments
I'm
about to
just
get
say
spicy.
this. Chase told Tom, "I'm coming." Chase told Tom, you better run. Is Mike Evans playing? I don't think so. Hypertension on that knee.
Well, they say he's day to day. They say he's day to day.
Antonio's doing well. He's doing well for himself. All right, but like Chris said, he says Brady and the Bucks will storm the Capitol and destroy the Washington football team. I could hear Chris saying that, and it just irritated me. Like I heard it in my ear. I heard the Chris voice.
That could be the name of the episode with a question
Right.
mark.
Miles is like me, man. Washington with the upset, 24-21.
I would love that. Someone got to explain to me how they're going to get offense. Alex
Brady.
is not throwing the ball more than 5 yards.
They getting their offense from Brady.
Oh, so pick sixes, strip sacks, and all that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You know, Brady been known to throw a couple picks in here and there. Tom.
Yeah.
So Corn come in. Corn say Washington.
Wow.
Pops says Bucks. Rob says Bucks. Roy says Washington football team for the win.
He forgets his fourth down again.
Jordy says Washington. And that's what's going to come down to. Like Corn said, it's going to come to Bucks offense versus the football team's front line. That's what's going to come down to. And I like the football team's front line a lot.
Okay, hold on, Pat. This is a question for you and for Craig. If Washington's offense continues to go 3 and out because they can't convert first downs, will that defensive line still have that juice that they have in the first quarter?
The Bucks defense is not that good, bro.
But
they're really not.
Washington is come on, man. Oh, and like you said, McLaurin, he's gonna be playing injured.
Okay.
I mean,
Gibson, man.
All right.
That ain't gonna be enough for Devin White.
So he said Bucks 41-17. Washington talking about playing 2 quarterbacks. They have no offense. Alex Smith might not make it through the game. Y'all was just praising Alex talking about he 5-1. Now you hands up.
Hey,
he ain't got no legs.
You got a cap.
Ed says Tom about to throw 4 touchdowns and 300 easy. Ed, let me let you know. Tom ain't threw 4 touchdowns and 300 in a while, buddy.
I ain't saying he doing all that. He ain't doing
It's been a while, Ed. Chris says 45-10. Bucks. This is crazy.
Nah, I don't see 45.
Corn says Washington has some good backs and a tight end that's good. Ed says Pat don't believe that. Pat believes everything he's saying, or else Pat wouldn't say it.
CT, do you know all the running backs for Washington? I know Gibson and Peyton Barber.
Gibson is nasty, bro. And then
McKissick
Chris says when Pat is wrong, he gonna be like, "Well, it's Washington." No, Pat gonna say Brady won. Okay.
I hope Brady lose. It's gonna be great.
Yeah. So it is what it is. Here we go. Next game up. Ravens and Titans. I got Titans too much Derrick Henry. Too much Derrick Henry in this game. The Titans have a sneaky good football team. They just got to have, I just feel like low key Ryan Tannehill just has to lift his level of play up a little bit more. He just threw for 399 and 4 touchdowns. But yeah, go ahead while I do this. I got the Titans though, for sure.
I got the Titans. I don't think the Ravens get it done for another year, and they'll have to go back to the drawing board and figure something out.
I have the Ravens in this one. I think they get their revenge. I think they're leaning too heavy on Derrick. I know Derrick Henry is different, King Henry, whatever you want to call him. I get that. I just don't think that he can sustain that again. They've asked him to do way more. His legs got to be getting tired at some point. I know he's built different, but they got to be getting tired at some point. I believe the Ravens have enough to figure it out. Their defense is starting to get a little bit of resurgence from what I've been able to see. They've stepped up their level of play, and I feel like they've learned from a lot of their mistakes and been humbled this year. I think they could be a dark horse to make some noise. So I have them winning the game tight 27-24.
No doubt. With that being said, let's look at this. Let's look at what the family got to say. Pops comes in. Pops say Ravens. Caw. Is that? I don't know the sign. Is that a sign?
No, don't do that no more.
Bad. Rob got the Titans. Miles got the Titans. Miles says Ravens. Lamar Jackson will win his first playoff game. No, he won't, Miles.
No, he will not.
He won't.
Not this year.
Ravens. Lamar going to make Laquan look like Laquan the hater look wrong.
Why am I a hater?
Honestly, it's gonna be the Titans, bro. And I hate to tell y'all that like that because I know that y'all really like Lamar. But when you could this playoffs, what is the playoffs, fellas? Teams that can run the ball and play defense. If you can run the ball and play defense, you are A-OK. And the Titans can run the ball and play defense. And
why I'm a hater, Chris? Just put why I'm a hater in the comments.
Craig says, Corn say Titans, King Henry with 30 carries. Ed say Titans. Titans defense allowed 30 passing touchdowns this year. When Lamar just been throwing the ball like that? When has Lamar been just slanging that thing?
MVP year, he had a couple games like that.
Yeah, but he's not. That's not like he ain't just back there, king, like that. That's not Lamar. You know what I'm saying? That's not Lamar. Pat, you haven't been watching. The Titans don't play defense. You sound crazy. Absolutely. There we go. Titans. Roy got the Titans. Ravens. Bears at the Saints. Bears at the Saints. I'm over here trying to go to this screen. Bears at the Saints. I got Saints. Make it simple.
Upset.
Ooh.
Whoa. Wow.
Miles gonna hate you, bro.
I know. Yeah.
Miles is gonna absolutely hate you.
Hey, upset because they have the formula to make an upset. Kamara's gonna play, but he hasn't played in a while, and he's coming off the COVID. We don't know how he'll respond. Michael Thomas
he just had 6 touchdowns.
No, he missed last game, didn't he?
I think they said him.
He had 6 touchdowns and then he missed the game. Anyway, besides the point. Michael Thomas is coming back, but he ain't been playing for a while. I'm gonna just say this, man. The Bears have the ingredients to make it upset. They have the D-line that will not give Drew that kind of time like he needs. On offense, with the Saints' dominant D-line, Mitchell Trubisky has the legs to move. I think this is a recipe for an upset. I'm not saying it's a blowout, but I wouldn't be surprised if the Saints lose this game. I'm going Bears.
I got the Saints on this one. That's all I got to say about that.
That's it, huh? Easy peasy, man. Easy peasy. Titans can't play defense, Pat. You ain't been watching. They beat the Ravens already this year.
Y'all stupid.
They already beat the Ravens this year. Just putting that out there. Miles got the Saints, of course. Who would have thought different? Jordy got the Saints. Mom's got the Saints. Pop's got the Bears.
The Bears.
Yes, sir.
Rob got the Saints. Chris still talking about the Titans. Miles says Pat fired Quan. He tipped off that Fat Tuesdays. Rory got the Bears. He's still talking about the Ravens. Titans. About 8 touchdown passes the last 3 games. Okay. Shout out to that. That's what, 2.5 touchdown passes. Woohoo! 17 points. Woo!
Y'all silly.
He said he got 8 touchdowns over the last 3 games. Like, that's like crazy. Like 14 points a touchdown. Shout out to bro. Anyway, like, come on, you gotta come better than that. Goran got the Saints by 10. And Chris says the Bears in Mitchell we trust.
I'm trying to tell y'all, man. I'm trying to tell you.
And Miles said Quan was in the car with Jacobs.
You wild for that. Wow. That's the comment of the night, right? You wild.
Yeah.
Miles said Quan was in the car with Josh.
Hey, AC, you picked the Saints too, right?
Yes, sir.
Why do you think the Saints have a better chance of beating the Bears, but y'all don't think the Redskins can beat the Bucks?
That's the Washington football team.
I'm sorry, that Washington can beat the Bucks.
The Bears are more complete than Washington at this point for a lot of reasons. The receiving core is a little bit better. The running game is okay. They lost Coleman early in the season, but Montgomery's there, right?
Yeah, he's been balling.
Montgomery's played well. Mitch, they've been in and out with Mitch, but I mean, if Mitch pulls this off, he's a legend, bro, and he's staying in Chicago with this win for sure.
But this is what I'm saying. Yeah, but see, as much as all the praise you just gave them, you don't think they can beat the Saints?
Washington ain't got enough, though. They ain't got enough juice. The fact that they've got this far at 6-10 is amazing.
You're right. Okay, I feel you.
That's a lot to ask.
I feel you.
But defensively, I'm impressed with them.
Hey, Miles. Chris said Drew Brees trash.
I'm not saying he trash, but he not elite right now.
Miles, Chris said Drew Brees trash. But Ed says this has upset written all right.
See, it is smart. It is smart.
That's a rough way for Drew Brees to go out, dude.
That's terrible. I couldn't bear it. Honestly, I couldn't bear it. I couldn't bear it to see.
Are we going college?
I couldn't bear to see the Saints go out like that, though. To be honest with you, that would be tough to the Bears. That would be really, really tough. Anyway, Browns at the Steelers. I got the Browns. Man crush Mayfield, man. Baker Mayfield doing his thing. Just feel like, I told you all year, I just always kind of felt like the Steelers was fool's gold. I didn't see them being that great. Once they started to lose. So I'm going to Browns in this one. I'm going to Browns.
This is another divisional game that I don't want to see for the third time. I'm going Steelers here. I don't know why. I just think Mike Tomlin's gonna outcoach whoever coaching for Cleveland.
Man, Stefanski's gonna be on the phone.
Whoever he gonna be somewhere. I don't know.
And the funny thing is that they just played last week.
Right. You see, that's what I'm saying. That's why I don't want to see it, man. I don't want to see it.
They legitimately just played last week, and the Steelers lost 24-22.
They sat everybody though.
Now that's CT's right. That should be a sign that we look at for them to sit all them starters to get rest, and the Browns played everybody they could and still only won by 2. I mean, that's something to say about that. But I'm gonna go Steelers here. I just think they've been there, done that. Cleveland got all the hype to get in, but they're not there yet.
Yeah, I'll keep it simple. Pittsburgh got this. They have the pedigree. They're prepared for this. Big Ben ain't gonna lose to Cleveland Browns, especially without their head coach. It's an accomplishment for Cleveland to get to this point. They need to build off of this, but this will not be a year for them to exceed the wild card. So, Pittsburgh, 24-10.
24-10, Pittsburgh. Okay. And I won't say, honestly, y'all, I won't say that Pittsburgh sat everybody. They sat Big Ben. That was like it. Everybody else played. So like James Conner,
he's the main one.
Claypool, Dante Johnson, Juju, like everybody played except for Ben.
But Pat, he's the quarterback. Remember our discussion?
I completely get that. I just want to put that out there. Like
he's a quarterback.
I didn't want false advertisement. Like for us to be like everybody.
Well, okay. So how many snaps did they play? Let's get into the minute details if we're going there because did Juju play half the snaps? Did he play right?
Claypool had 11 targets, so I'm sure he played a lot of snaps.
He's a rookie. He shouldn't be.
Juju had 8 targets, so I'm sure he played a lot. He had 6 catches for 65. I think he played the whole game. And James Conner had 9 carries, and then he also had 5 receptions. So I'm sure he played a lot.
Okay. I mean, they don't run the ball, so all them targets don't mean nothing because they don't run the ball.
So let's go to what is going on in this chat?
That's what I told you. Come on. What they talking about up in here?
So, we all know the Miles told Chris USC was trash. Chris came back and said that USC just got the number one recruit. And then Miles came back and just was like, and they still trash. And he said, it's lit, USC back. So let's get the predictions. My mom came in. Mom said she got the Browns. Pops got the steel curtain.
Yep, Pops is right.
And then Ed came in and said the Saints have choked 3 years in a row.
That's a fact.
Browns without the coach and with the upset. So I'm assuming Miles got the Browns. Corn got the Browns by 10. Chubb goes for 150.
That's believable.
Then Roy says Steelers. Browns don't have the head coach. Jordy say Browns because she just looked and seen what everybody else said. Chris says Steelers. Baked Mayfield a bum. Another Derek Carr.
This is blasphemy. What are you talking about? He's a bum. What are you talking about?
That's a little.
Derek Carr is better than any quarterback that has played for the Niners since Kaepernick. What are you talking about? Derek Carr to me is a top, maybe 15? He ain't top 15. He ain't top 15. He ain't top 5.
I'm not gonna call Baker a bum. Baker this year threw for 3,500 yards, 26 touchdowns, 8 interceptions. So it ain't like he out here just, and that's without Odell. So you feel me?
Correct. He ain't a bum, and neither is Derek Carr. Chris, you gotta watch him out. Chris, you gotta watch him out, man.
Wait. Ed said we choked, but 2 years the refs legit missed PI calls. Don't get me started. Okay.
The game shouldn't have to come down to that, Mees.
Ooh, Rob
the Saints also got the ball first in overtime. After that PI, they could have won it.
Ooh, it's getting spicy. It's getting spicy. It's a little spicy in here. Let that sizzle in your spirit. Chris says all Drew Brees does is choke.
It's not all on Drew.
Dang, they've been 1 and done 3. They going in on the Saints on here, man. It's kind of getting a little hectic. Get off my brother, man. Get off my brother, man. Browns, they are the more complete team. Thank you, Ed. Appreciate it, bro. Like I really appreciate you saying that, Ed. You know what I'm saying? And then Quan got to get to the playoffs. You should get Quan get to the playoffs. You should have got arrested with Jacob.
Hey, the Browns are the more complete team, but the Raiders did beat them this year. So I just want to throw that out there.
All the wide receivers for the Pittsburgh played. They did. And Mason, and let me say, Mason Rudolph is not just a slouch. Was he not the starter for Pittsburgh all last year or whatever, year before last, whatever that was?
He was not, because they benched him and put in Duck Hodges.
I'm talking about the year when he got cracked by Myles Garrett.
Yeah, that year. He got benched and they put in Duck Hodges, bro.
It is what it is, man. Man. Who's that? Oregon State? Oklahoma State.
Who, Duck Hodges?
All right, CT, you on CT on mute again. Don't even know. Let me unmute his mic. Unmute your mic, bro.
I said it like 5 times. All right.
There we go. My bad. That's all we got for tonight's show, man. We'll be back on Sunday night. Sunday night after Wildcard Weekend has concluded. We got those. Pat Mason Rudolph is trash. I didn't say he was good. I said he had experience. I'm always put words in somebody's mouth. I definitely just was like he played and started for all a lot of games.
Oh man, y'all killing me.
So look, we'll be back Sunday night, man. Make sure that you're subscribing to the YouTube channel. Make sure you hit that notification bell to make sure you're getting the notifications when we are. Chris is banned from the show.
For one end.
Like forever. So yeah, make sure you got that notification bell on, man. Make sure that y'all subscribe to the notification channel and to subscribe to the Field Level channel. Make sure that you have your notifications on. Also on Facebook, if that's your places you choose to tap in and watch us. I'm excited, man. Gonna be some really great football Saturday and Sunday, man. So make sure that y'all locked in, tuned in to the Field Level Twitter. You can follow us on Twitter at the Field Level 1. You could also follow us on Instagram at the Field Level. We'll talk to us. We talk back. We actually gonna be a lot more active on those social media sites too. So make sure that you tapped into those. I'm excited, man. I'm excited about everybody's picks on tonight. I'm excited about what everybody got to say. But it's the Field Level. I'm Pat. That's CT. That's Quan. Any final words?
I love y'all. Thank y'all for rocking with us. Keep rocking with us. And Chris, do not go ghost if Tom lose, because we're gonna be searching for you.
He ain't gonna be nowhere. Chris gonna be James St. Patrick, nigga, real ghost. He gonna be. It's gonna be Chris. He gonna be ghost. CT, any final words, brother?
Much love to the Field Level family, man. Great start to the new year with us being able to enjoy these playoff games this weekend. A lot of rivalries, a lot of battles, upset potential. It's going to be exciting to watch, so enjoy with your folks. And talk that mess. If you believe that your team is supposed to win, then say it with your chest, and we can see if you can back that up. So I love it. Let's do it.
Pops, you should have been on Sunday, man. We already said you was a fantasy football champion. We ain't gonna If Brady lose, I won't be on here for 7 months, says Chris. We'll see y'all, man. So it's the football podcast of the West Coast.